Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather Fox and this is a Heather Fox Express train. So I have my makeup done, I have a wig on, so I thought I'd just do a second trimester update. Second trimester. Can you believe it? Second trimester. That's how it went down. I'm joking. I wish my second trimester was just and I'm just no, darling. So my second trimester was a lot better than my first trimester. That is for damn show. First things first, I flew back to the UK and I registered with a hospital. I got a midwife who then realized that I am too high risk for them to take care of, and then I was then referred to a consultant. So a consultant is like a gynecologist. So in the UK you don't go just off the street and go and start seeing as a gynecologist. You have to go through a doctor, the doctor then like a GP, then the doctor then refers you to a midwife, then the midwife will sit and say, oh no, you need to be seen by a consultant, an OBGYN, because it's a free medical system here. Okay, so you have to go through hoops and loops to get the to see a consultant. So I am under consultant watch because obviously I have had high-risk pregnancies. So I registered and I am now with a hospital, and I started to see the consultants slash so I see a midwife, and then in between that I'll see a consultant. So I see both. And first things first is that they had to schedule me for a cerclage. So cerclage is when they open you up from under and then they put a little stitch to close you so that baby doesn't fall through, baby doesn't come out prematurely, because that was the first problem I had with my first pregnancy, is that the little guy wanted to come out prematurely and it was not the time to have him. So I have an incompetent cervix and they needed to put in a stitch. I've got some footage of when I went to go and put the incompetent, when I went to go put in the incompetent cervix. I've got some footage of when I went to go put in the cerclage. Okay, so this is what happened. I just had my cervical stitch, still got my drip in. I went really well. I am in excruciating pain. I am cramping like a mother, and I am bleeding, which is obvious, so I was gonna bleed, but cramping and all swollen. Not easy. I just want like to take a big Mypridol or painkiller and sleep, but the medication they gave me is just not strong enough. I've used my jacket as a pillow, and you can hear all the other little babies. I'm in a ward where there's some moms who are just about to have their babies. Listening to their babies is so sweet. Just hoping my little nugget is safe. And yeah, that's about it, guys. That is about it. But yes, the pain, Lord have mercy. I'm hoping I'm gonna go home later on today. I'm just waiting for my meds to be able to walk. So I'm gonna go home later on today. Alright? I'll see you guys later. So after the cerclage, like I said in the video, I couldn't pee, and they put a catheter in. So for a day, I literally was peeing in a bag. I came home with a baggie. It had my urine in it. It was the most fascinating thing I've ever seen. Like, I wouldn't feel like I need to pee, but when I look at the bag has got wee in it. It's unreal. I mean, I know there are a lot of people who've got issues and who've had like surgeries and who are wounded or who are unable to use a bathroom like some of us. So it's not a laughing matter, but it was something surreal for me to look into a bag and see that it's bizarre. So I went the next day and they removed the bag for me. I'm back in the hospital. I'm dirty. Got to get my catheter removed, but I need to pee and I don't know where to pee. My body's forgotten how it feels like to pee, so I'm drinking a lot of water, and I'm more trying to walk and exercise to get my body into that feeling that I need to pee. I can feel like I kind of need to pee now, but I don't want to get there and pee a little bit. They want 300 mils, so I am pushing my body to give me more pee. So far, even in my second trimester, I've had zero stretch marks, like zero stretch marks. I have stretch marks from just weight gaining and losing weight in general, but those stretch marks haven't gotten worse or haven't gotten any better. They've just stayed the same, and that's what was happening in my second trimester. Even though my stomach is growing, I don't have new stretch marks. So fingers crossed that I can make it through the third trimester without new stretch marks, which most people say that's when you get your stretch marks. So I don't know. I've got a routine that I'm going to film to show you guys what I do for my stretch marks and my face and lotions and potions. I will upload that soon. And then when it came to cravings, and so after I got the stitch in, they said to me, well, look, you got the stitch in, you can go home. I'm going to keep you on progesterone so that, you know, they don't think my body makes enough progesterone for a pregnancy. So that's why they're going to keep me on taking progesterone. I use the suppositories, so I stick something up my butt or in my vagina every day to make sure that the baby has enough of this hormone and my body is able to carry this little human being. Okay, then in terms of cravings, I don't personally think that I have cravings, but the people around me will say like, oh, she's got cravings. I mean, just like anybody normal, sometimes I'm like, oh, I feel like cake, and then I'll really want cake, or oh, I feel like, the only thing I do know is that if I see it, I want it, I want to eat it. So if I'm watching TV and someone's eating a steak and kidney pie, I really want a steak and kidney pie. If someone's eating a chocolate, I really want a chocolate. So that's how my cravings are controlled. They're not actually controlled by just me inside thinking, oh, I really want this. I'll see somebody eating it and I'll want to eat it too. Like, badly want to eat what they're eating too. I just want to bite. That's basically what my cravings are entailed of. I don't have any sort of internal need for some sort of food. All in all, so far, okay, so I'm out of my second trimester, obviously, when I'm shooting this video, but all in all, so far, I've only gained 3 kilograms, and I have a lot of water retention, so my face looks chubbier. I gained a lot of water in my face, my nose, my cheeks, everything else looks chubbier than what it usually is. But in terms of actual weight, I've only gained about 3-4 kilograms. We'll see in the third trimester how much more I'm gonna gain then, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I don't gain too much, because I know personally that I'm the kind of person who gains weight after having the baby. So I have the baby and then my body goes into, I'm gonna store all this feet and fat and I'm not gonna lose any of this weight. So I've been storing a lot of, so I haven't really gained that much weight. Exciting things is I started to feel the little human moving. So the baby is like kicking and pushing and doing all this crazy stuff. I remember it with my first two, but it's such a surreal moment, especially when you've are living on eggshells. So I literally live on eggshells thinking, is this right? Am I doing the right thing? Is this baby doing this? Is this baby moving? And then starting to feel little movements and kicks and pushes, and I'm like, oh, hey dude, or dudette, because we don't know. I have to keep telling people that, and everybody wants to tell me what I'm having. Everybody knows. Some people think I'm having a girl, some people think I'm having a boy. I'm having something. That's all that matters. But just seeing the little person like moving and kicking, and then the later I got into my second trimester, I could actually start seeing it kick and my belly moving, which is crazy. I do remember with Bayanda. I remember it, but because I was on bed rest, I think it was just a traumatic experience just being on bed rest the whole time, that I never really enjoyed certain things. And I'm enjoying being pregnant. I am. It's something I've always wanted to do, and it's something that I always felt like I've been robbed of. And I feel like I'm at a point now where I'm like, I actually like the baby being here. Like, I like the baby being in my belly and safe and not out there, because with my by 26 weeks I already had my first baby. So I made it through most of the second trimester, but I was literally on eggshells the whole time. I never got to enjoy the pregnancy. So when I got to 19 weeks, I celebrated, because it was the longest I've ever carried a baby without being on bed rest. So usually after 16 weeks, they put in the stitch. In South Africa, I put the stitch in at 16 weeks. They put in the stitch, and then I would go bed bound. So when I got to 19 weeks, I was really proud that I have not been bed bound, not on bed rest for the longest time ever carrying a baby. So I'm actually really proud of my body. I think I did a lot to get to this point. I think spiritually I had to grow a lot. I found myself going back to the things that I grew up doing, and the beliefs that I consistently had throughout my life, that sometimes I had picked up and let go, and just in the distractions of life, I took those things for granted. But in this pregnancy, I found that I'm more rooted in my ancestors. So Badumubaga, I have daily affirmations and confirmations and conversations with my ancestors, and I also am more in tune with my prayer and spiritually with the God that I believe in. And in what I believe in is that those two work in harmony with each other. So I don't want to have a conversation about what other people believe and what people don't believe, and what I'm doing wrong or what I'm doing wrong. That's not a conversation. It's not a conversation. I'm just saying that I have found myself digging deep spiritually, and finding myself being more spiritually grounded in this pregnancy, and it's carried me a lot, because I think I lived in fear during the course of pregnancy because of what's happened in the past, and I struggled to enjoy. But because I'm doing things that fulfill certain parts of me, so spiritually I burn impebo or sage, I speak to those people, to my loved ones who've gone before me. I pray a lot. I listen to music that revives the spiritual being in me, and also just helps nurture that part of me that needs positivity, and that needs me to be happy, and that needs me to think positive. Because like some people, if you see something on social media or you see someone say something, that kind of stuff can weigh you down a little bit and make you feel bad. And that's what I was struggling with a lot, because I felt like I get triggered so easy just watching social media. Like recently there was a girl who is a UK YouTuber, and she's about 8 months pregnant, and she passed away with her baby. And I was triggered because I thought, am I in the right healthcare system? Is someone who was healthy can just die? And then there are a few girls on YouTube, on Instagram recently, whose babies have just been passing away, and I've just been like triggered by these events, and I've had to tell myself, like, these are these people's journeys and these are these people's stories. It doesn't necessarily mean this is my story, but it's been very difficult to find that balance. And I think because of the weight and my faith in grace in what I believe in, I've been able to keep positive instead of focusing on the negative, because it's very easy for me to focus on the negative and literally lie in bed crying all day thinking that something is wrong. Not saying that I have not called the hospital 100 times thinking, is this okay? Is this normal? Is that right? Like, I think they might know my name, me by my name. And at that time, I'm already a mother. I've got a child. I've got a whole 8-year-old. But this pregnancy is like I'm starting from scratch. I don't know a lot of things. This is the heaviest I've ever been in terms of pregnancy. This is the furthest I've ever been. This is the biggest baby I've ever carried. That's for damn sure. Okay. So I'm experiencing a lot of new things, and it's exciting and it's scary, but I thank God for my faith. Another thing that was really sweet that happened during my second trimester is that my family sent us this like montage of amazing voice and video clips. I'll have to ask some of them if I can share with you guys, but I look a hot mess, number one. The girls the girls, as in mine and Scott's daughters, they got our family and friends to send us all video notes, video clips, and they put them together, just wishing us luck and just sharing some really sweet messages to us, because obviously because of COVID we are unable to see a lot of them. So that was probably the highlight of my second trimester, is all these really nice sweet messages that these people have sent to us. And I was tearful, and I didn't expect it, because I mean, I'm living in another country, literally just me and my husband in the middle of London. I haven't seen my son since forever, and I feel like I'm gonna have a baby that's like a stranger. So like, I wasn't showing when I left South Africa. I'm gonna come back with a full baby. Like, who this person? So I just was struggling with that concept that, oh, like, this baby is just gonna be who this guy at? When did you have this person? But my family and friends sent us the sweetest messages, and that was probably the highlight of my second trimester. Hey, Tito and Scotty Strecky! Oh, guys, it sucks that we can't have a real baby shower and we have to send video things, because Coopered.
But
Lockdown, what?
here we are.
But we just wanted to say we're so excited for this next chapter in your lives, and we can't wait to just love on that baby that's gonna come, and he or she's gonna be showered with so much love.
To say this auntie Mom Kulu is excited is an absolute understatement. I'm bursting at the seams with joy. In fact, I think if I have to really think about my feels and like what's at the top of my feels chart, I would say it's absolute happiness.
I also hope it has my wonderful smile. Miss you.
Hey guys, I'm so happy to be able to send you guys a video and be a part of this great message from everybody who loves you, your friends, your family, here in Africa, in the motherland and abroad. I'm sure you've heard or know how shocked and excited I was to hear that you guys are expecting.
Hi
Hi Squantato, it's Manda, your favourite niece. Obviously I'm going to be its favourite cousin because I'm around the most and I'm going to be the best babysitter.
Can't wait. I really can't wait, and I hope you guys are excited. And yeah, I love you lots.
It's been so hard keeping this a secret from you guys. Like, honestly, I'm the worst at keeping secrets, so this has been especially difficult for me. Yep. There's been a couple of times where I've almost said something that I wasn't supposed to, but no, we kept it safe. Touch wood. We've still not finished this yet.
I'd like to wish you a tranquil pregnancy, a smooth delivery, and lots and lots of joy with your new baby.
Slanger.
Slanger.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye, Auntie Tato.
Bye-bye, Auntie Dad.
Bye bye, Uncle Scott.
Bye-bye, Uncle Scott.
Another thing that I found as a crazy side effect of the pregnancy is my skin. My skin has been breaking out like crazy. Like the whole of my forehead was like gravel, number one. Then when I squeeze the spots, which I know you shouldn't do, but you can't help it, it's human, then the spots would become marks. My nose exploded, my skin exploded, my boobs. I had a breast reduction when I was 18, which I probably should have waited until I was 22. I was a size E and I went to a size C. What size do you think I am right now? I've gone back to that E. Okay? I am an E. Again. My boobs are ginormous. And to make it even worse, the one boob is bigger than the other boob. Okay? It's got its own postal code on my body. The one boob. So right now when I wear a bra, the one side pops out more than the other side, and I dread to think what's gonna happen when it's time to have this baby, because then the milk comes in and my boobs are ginormous. They're massive. They're not that sensitive, and I know they're not sensitive because of the breast reduction, but I'm hoping that I'll still be able to fully breastfeed even though I had a breast reduction. With my son, I was able to express a little bit, but he was in ICU, so that connection to breastfeed, his mouth was too small to latch, just wasn't there. So I'm hoping that this little person at least gets to breastfeed, because I got some big jugs. I don't think I'm very mood swingy, and when I am having a mood swing, I catch myself in the mood swing. So that's been a really good thing. I did take the really fun thing I did at 26 weeks. It was for Father's Day. I took Scott to go get a 4D ultrasound, and we got to see the little human's face, and the baby's so cute. Everybody thinks their baby's cute. Everybody thinks their baby is cute. Okay, I know that. But babies are cute. Not when they're first born. Because when they're first born, they look like aliens. That's the truth. They look like little wrinkled old men. All babies. Let's not lie to ourselves. All babies, when they are just born, look like little old men. Even the girls. The girls look like little old men. Don't lie. But then after a couple days, when they've washed and they've smoothed out a little bit more, then they start looking like babies. So we got a 4D ultrasound, and the baby was drinking all the milk. The baby was drinking all the amniotic fluid and was just being cute. So that was a really good highlight. We got to see the little person, and no, we don't know the sex. We did not ask for the sex. We asked them to not show us the sex of the baby. Another thing that they have taught me, that I've taught myself, was to not buy things. And I think out of fear that I'm going to buy things and I'm going to jinx it, that I'm going to buy things and next thing baby's going to come tomorrow. And I live in that fear, and I know that it sounds stupid to some people who are just like, this baby's not the same baby, just get on with your life, live your life, be happy. But I just can't. The fear is crippling for me to buy things. We bought things for both my other pregnancies, and both those babies came early, so I am literally like, no, I'm not buying things, I'm not buying things, I'm not buying things. I literally can count the things that we have, and none of them revolve around like basics like clothes and stuff. I will do I'll do a what's in my bag and all that stuff, but I also will do like what we're doing in terms of nursery rise. We're going to move out of our apartment because it's not baby friendly. It's okay for the first couple months of the baby, but when the baby starts to crawl and wants to walk, we need something that's got a garden. So we will be moving, and our current place is not big enough to have a nursery on its own and still have the kids have their own proper space. So baby is going to be sharing a room with us, but I have gone into other rooms and taken certain parts and made that baby for the baby. So there's a baby chest of drawers in this room where I'm going to put all the baby's stuff, all the baby's clothes when I buy some, because I haven't bought really. I just bought a few things. The girls bought the baby 2 outfits, and I bought one thing that I saw that was really cute, and I actually folded them all away and I put them in the box and I put them in the back of the cupboard because I didn't want to obsess over it. We also bought a big thing that we bought was the travel system. So we bought the baby's cot, the baby's pram, the car seat, and the bassinet. However, because of the way that I am, I asked, please can you only deliver those things closer to when the baby's coming, which is soon now. So that stuff should be delivered in a couple weeks, which is exciting because then I haven't seen those things in so long, and it'll be like Christmas opening up all these things. This conversation is like, oh, it's everywhere, but that's just the way that I'm thinking right now. It took me a long time to get my skin to get to this point. So like I said, I'm going to share my skin routine and my baby routine on how I managed to not have additional stretch marks and how bad my skin was before. I've got pictures and it's intense. What else is new, Nana? I've had a couple of urinary tract infections, which are not great because they also induce labor. So I was on antibiotics and I took a lot of cranberry juice. So that's another side effect that sucks with pregnancy. I've stopped waking up in the middle of the night to go pee. That's changed now. But in the second trimester, I was literally sleeping through the night with no stress, like sleeping. I started snoring hectically. Scott claims that I snore all the time. That's a lie. But now I snore. Now I snore, man. Anyway, so that is my second trimester. What's happening in my second trimester? I don't know if you guys want a bump shot, but I'm not in my second trimester anymore. I'm in my third right now, but I'll give you a bump shot. Ooh. This is the baby. So all my previous stretch marks were actually here, and they've stayed the same, but this is my bump at the moment. I wonder how big I'll get when it's time for me to show you my third trimester bump, because I'm still in my third trimester. I don't know what it's gonna look like at the end of it, because right now she a big baby. I'm scared to say she or he because Galitiba. Oh, Galitiba Morana. Klabagir she, but about yo, it's a girl. Klabagir he, but yo, it's a boy. Just let's all be surprised at the same time. It's been a blast. My name is Heather Fox, and you guys are the bomb. God. Mom. I love you guys.
Hey, we're gonna have a new baby brother and sister, Yaya. We're all gonna share the little baby. Dibs on carrying the baby first.
Dibs on carrying the baby first.
Dibs on carrying the baby second after my mom does.
Yes. Hey, what about me? What about me? Hey, hey.
And this baby after my
Hey.
mom does. Okay, wipe your tears.
What about me? What about me, Yaya?
Oh, he's got tears on.
Ah, bless.
Sorry, don't cry.
Yeah, cry. You're happy. It's good tears. You're allowed to cry.
Oh,